by the Iranians. And so we're stuck asking ourselves, oh, okay, is in stable condition. The incident is under investigation. So it confirms nothing about this. CNN, of course, reporting the F-35 was struck by what
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Look like we as America have a problem. It looks very much like we just made a mistake. That's what you get when you get incompetent people. It's incompetence. So, which this seems true, they just rendered our whole stealth fleet obsolete in one day. It's over. I don't know what to think about this. This is crazy. Yeah, guys. It seems like this may be true. There's multiple reports now that this is actually true. Looks like we had a F-35 stealth fighter struck in Iran by a SAM missile. So what they did is what we're looking at now is, stealth is you can't it's untrackable by radar. And what Iran used, they used infrared technology. They used infrared sensors, picked up this heat signature on camera and fired at it and struck it. And the pilot did survive, but he did survive and he did manage to land the aircraft. But it was struck. So what it's telling me is this: our stealth technology is obsolete right now. It's over. What they're going to do is Iran is going to pass that information over to Russia and China, and there goes your whole stealth fleet. It's over. It's now they know how to detect it. They got us locked in, brother. This is the reporting.
the disconnect between CENTCOM, right? The CENTCOM statement is, quote, "We are aware of reports that a US F-35 aircraft conducted an emergency landing at a regional US airbase after flying a combat mission over Iran." Then he continues, confirming those reports, saying, quote, "The aircraft landed safely and the pilot is in stable condition. The incident is under investigation." So it confirms nothing about this. CNN, of course, reporting the F-35 was struck by what appeared to be Iranian fire. Now, this is really troubling because you may recognize...
Yeah, there's video of that strike. So it's not just that Iran is saying stuff. They actually released a video of the strike of the missile hitting the F-35, and United States have confirmed. So what that tells us is those F-35s are trash now. Billions of dollars of technology just went out the window. Uh, all you have to do is defeat the radar purposes of that plane because it's that's what it does. It defeats radar, but it can't defeat infrared sensors, and you can still see it on the camera if you can pick it up. If you lock in with infrared sensors and lock that camera in, you have a firing solution on that plane. So it did get shot down. It is confirmed by the government that it was struck by Iranian SAM missile. So the United States stealth technology or stealth aircraft is trash now. If they can pick it up and they can shoot one down, then our stealth technology is trash. That means they can pick up the B-2, the B-21 Raider. They figured it out. I told my family when this started, this will not end well. They are not Iraq, they are not Venezuela. I've said that. And if Trump put boots on the ground, it's gonna go south real bad. I mean real fast. It will go south, gentlemen, real fast. This man do not know what he's doing. The military, since these people been in office, it seems like they're just incompetent. You have, what was it? Which one of those aircraft is it? The Ford? I think this is Gerald Ford. Fires in the laundry room, toilets backed up, sailors sleeping on tables in the mess hall and sleeping on the floors because the fire burnt down half of the area where they sleep in. They've been on deployment for over a year. The Gerald R. Ford is backing up. Fires are raging through the aircraft carrier. Soldiers, like I said, soldiers sleeping on tables. Because this ship needed to be docked a long time ago. The system needed to be flushed out. You know how aircraft carriers go get maintenance? The Ford has been out on deployment for over a year. It's overdue. Low morale on this aircraft carrier. They are draining and putting our soldiers in harm's way by keeping them out there for over a year. You know deployments is not over a year. That ship cannot take it. Everybody's going to look at, I thought you said $11 billion for an aircraft carrier. Why is it messing up like that? Because you won't take it to port and go take care of it. So the world is looking at our shit like, y'all shit is trash. Bro, you cannot let them shoot down a stealth fighter. That is insane. Now, I used to want to be a fighter pilot. That was my dream. But for them to shoot down an F-35 is insane to me. They didn't use radar to pick it up. They used infrared heat signature, and they picked it up and shot it down. See, they saying, well, there's ways to defeat stealth coding because we're not picking it up. We didn't see you on radar. We seen you on infrared camera from a long distance off. And they got one today. Luckily, the pilot made it back to base. But the way that video showed that missile hit under the bottom of that plane, I don't know how he made it. They should have tore the whole back section off. That's how bad it was. I don't know what these people are going to do, man.
To the one issued about the KC-135 in which six mission over Iran. Then he continues, confirming those reports, saying, quote, the aircraft landed safely and the pilot is in stable condition. The incident is under investigation. So it confirms nothing about this. CNN, of course, reporting the F-35 was struck by what appeared to be Iranian fire.
Yeah, the F-35 was struck by Iranian fire. They have a video of it. And the United States confirmed it. It was struck and the pilot did make it back to base. But the thing is that I'm saying, guys, if they picked up that F-35 and shot it down, our technology is over. It is over for our stealth technology. They didn't use radar to pick it up. They used infrared. They picked it up on infrared, some kind of infrared system, and picked it up and shot it down. It's crazy. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen because Iran. You know how many Reaper drones and Global Hawks that Iran has shot down? At least 12 in this conflict. 12. What you doing? Cleaning up, baby?
Now, this is really troubling because you may recognize this vaguely worded statement as being almost identical to the one issued about the KC-135 incident in which 6.
It's sad.
Getting hard and getting turned on.
I don't know what that is. I don't know why this playing on my. Yeah, that's a commercial on YouTube. I don't want to hear about nothing like that. This is you just gonna talk about Bluetooth, and I don't know shoes. I don't want nothing about no Bluetooth.
All right, we have some breaking news. An F-35 fighter jet has been struck by the Iranian Guard Corps. Massive failure for the United States. I honestly don't think it's possible to. A fighter jet has been.
This is reporting. Good reporting, guys. Here we go.
This video is brought to you by Surfshark. All right, we have some breaking news. An F-35 fighter jet has been struck by the Iranian Guard Corps in a massive failure for the United States. I honestly don't think it's possible to overstate just how embarrassing the past few weeks have been for the United States on the global stage. Everybody is watching as Donald Trump is getting whipped around by Bibi Netanyahu, as Iran
That's the way I feel, too.
arm to inflict maximum damage, and he screams for the international community to come help him in any way, escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz, and the entire international community is like, what the hell? We're not going to help this dude that's been bullying us for the past few years. Donald Trump has spent the past 2 years antagonizing the same international community that he is now begging for help from, and I'm honestly embarrassed as an American who has to.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed as an American that they shot down one of our prominent stealth fighters today. Prominent.
This video is brought to you by Surfshark.
Here we go.
All right, we have some breaking news. An F-35 fighter jet has been struck by the Iranian Guard Corps in a massive failure for the United States.
It is a failure.
I honestly don't think it's possible to overstate just how embarrassing the past few. Weeks have been.
Sad. Yeah, it's bad, guys. I'm just gonna ask, how do you feel about Iran shooting down our prominent F-35 stealth fighter today? Pilot is okay. He struggled back to base with it, but it was lit up. This is not getting good. It's not good. Not
For the
good.
United States on the global stage. Everybody is watching as Donald Trump is getting whipped around by Bibi Netanyahu,